This is Sunnyside Live 53. I am Bill Allard. You are you, and I'm glad you are.
Leave your worry on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Keep your gait a bit ahead, and your troubles with no slow step. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street.
We're starting off with the Queen of the World like we do every day, and then we're going to start the Transvestite Farmers Association sequence and grand finale. Yeah. And we got a story from Dan COFFEY, kind of a weird one this time. Weird one this time. They're all weird. Dan's stories are all weird. Going to have the Barbarians here. Little sequence from that, and Sterling Dalzell. Who doesn't love Sterling Dalzell? Because he's funny.
I used to walk in the shade
and almost
with
real.
Those blues on parade, but I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over. Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worry on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street.
Hello. I love doing that part. Just click. And Joshua Raoul Brody, who wrote the music for this, and Laurie Mott sings it so beautifully, the opening and close, said, nah, you don't want to do 2 minutes. If it's a 15-minute show, why are you doing that? And it gets me in the mood. So we're going to do a second season in 2024. Starting, I think, Monday, February 12th. I think that's it. We're going to take 13 weeks off, retool, get some new original stuff going, and keep the site's going great. I mean, people, thank you. If you're watching the show and you're watching the videos, people are coming, they're watching the videos, and so it's great. Oh, look, I got there's blue in this shirt. Ooh, that's pretty cool, isn't it? All right, let's get to the Queen of the World. Hey, Queen. So was I telling you something? I don't remember. Yeah. So I was telling you I was getting ready for the show. This helps me get ready for the show. And and next year we might do something totally different. Maybe we'll just start with me. Hi. And maybe the show will only be 10 minutes long. Every day I think a different idea, but I don't. Let's get the Queen of the World. We need to get to comedy instead of babble. Hi, Queen. Give us a joke. Why are fish such terrible basketball players? I don't know. Why are fish such terrible basketball players? They are afraid to go near the net. I don't get it. Those are two different kind of nets. I know, that's the humor. It's a joke about nets. We're just not getting along. When I first started this series, this is now show 53. We got along great, and now it's just dissolving because I'm questioning her humor. And you shouldn't question the humor of the Queen of the World. Nope, you shouldn't. Okay, Transvestite Farmers Association. This is from Grand Finale. Fabulous film, feature film about the Duck's Breath Mystery Theater final performance at the Freight Salvage in Berkeley. And it's some little sequences, and we're going to watch the first sequence right now.
You've never played played with us before, so give them a big hand and get them out here. Good to be here tonight. Woo! Woo-hoo! Start picking up the dress now.
Oh, get yourself a bad neck-breaking job if you do that.
Mouthful of cheap sneakers, what you get.
Nah, we're just kidding. We're ugly but harmless.
That's about right.
Probably in the late 70s, maybe early 80s, we were driving down a road in Iowa and we saw the sign for Argo Fay. And someone said Argo Fay. And I said, oh, that's where the transvestite farmers live. Being a bit dyslexic, so went Argo as in agro Fay. And so we went, oh, transvestite farmers. And we just built on it from there.
We wrote the song, which is the Transvestite Farmers Anthem, which is the first thing we wrote. And the idea, you know, I think is still funny. A man's really a man if he can drive a tractor while he's wearing a dress. Like you're macho, and the way you prove you're macho is to be not macho.
Well, to start out with here tonight, we'd like to do the Transvestite Farmers Anthem. Kind of tells you what we're all about. And there's room in the aisles if any of you want to stomp around.
Okay. Tomorrow, I'm going to have the Transvestite Farmers Anthem, the next part of that. And it's all in sequences. The reason I originally posted it in sequences, and after I finish the 65 weeks, I think I'm going to put the whole thing up so you can watch it on YouTube without it clicking through. Even though it's great, you just click it and it just goes. It's like perfect. Was because I'm also planning on releasing it on social media in episodes. Like, okay, GoDad, it's going to be 40 episodes and it's going to be over the next 8 weeks, 5 days a week. All sorts of ideas like that. Because I figured out that what TikTok, YouTube is you put a video up and that's what's important. Video that's up that day or the day before. That's what YouTube uses to get out, and that's what people see. So realize just keep putting stuff up every day. And every day now, 10 o'clock, noon, 7 days a week, we got something up there premiering for people to watch. And it seems to be working just gangbusters. So shall we celebrate just a little bit? With when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when those Saints go marching in. Oh, when those Saints go marching in. I want to be in that number. Oh, when those Saints go marching in. Okay. I've been meaning to use my keyboard. And I just haven't. So I said, okay, I only got this little bit of time left, so I better start using it. Okay, back to the videos. Gonad, we're running Gonad now. This is episode 8, and this is an 18 episode playlist series that you can see on Sunnyside YouTube. That's what we're pushing here. That's what this business is all about. Sunnyside YouTube. Burn those words into people's brains. And eventually, and even now, if you go Sunnyside YouTube, if you Google that, you usually come up with me or one of our videos. And if you put Duck's Breath or Bill Allard or anything like that, you definitely come up with it. But it's getting closer. YouTube is learning. Ooh, here's where funny stuff is. Oh, yeah. I can't believe I'm wearing a blue shirt that's sparkling. All right. What are we doing now? We have a Dan Coffee story, and this was a tough one. I hope that you're gonna like this one. Dan's closes it on the dark side a lot.
When he's not at work at the Penny Arcade, he dresses up as a happy clown and cruises the streets looking for young ones to entertain. Sure, there was that unpleasantness a while back which resulted in a small prison term and some rehabilitation at a psychiatric hospital, but that's all behind him now. Come on, kids, let's laugh.
Okay, what do you think? Too much? Too weird? I don't know. I think it's funny. I think it's funny in a darker way. All right, let's get to Conad. Let's get to Conad. I've been talking too long. We're running long. I really think these shows got to be 15 minutes or less. 15 or 16 minutes or less. Or 15 minutes. That's what we need to have it be, I think.
Hold on! Merry wandering minstrel, sometime messenger to royalty, unwilling jingles figure to a dumb warrior, announces the triumphant return of Gonad, the barbarian. Gonad, you coming or what? Gonad, I'm coming!
How do you like my game?
How do you like mine?
Go put on something more comfortable, okay? Go change.
King Mickey, Gonad!
Gonad. Mighty warrior, A1 vet, the big bopper and friend of Ali.
Ali! 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 King Mickey, greetings from the frontier.
Greetings from here.
What?
From here.
That's a folk expression.
Well, Gonad, feel like getting married?
What? You steer, I'll work the pedals for a while. Married to who?
Married to my lovely daughter, Princess Gremlin.
Ooh, Grand Canyon. Jeez, Gonad. She's a looker. Now you can settle down, cease your senseless violence, raise many fine, strong sons, mighty like oak tree, brain like Mack truck, just like you.
Well, what do you say?
Well, I speak for Gonad and myself, and I say we're thrilled to accept this generous offer.
Then it's all settled. Marriage city.
Congratulations.
King Mickey, for many years I have fought your battles.
That's right.
It was I who crunched the fender benders. I who hit on all the swinging singles.
Right.
And even I who wiped out juvenile delinquency by wiping out the juveniles. But now my people, the tribe of Tropen, longtime good Joes in your dealership, have all been massacred.
What?
Their tires all slashed, their chrome all stolen, and
Atrocities, Gonad.
atrocities, Gonad, committed with their animals. I have no family now, save you, Godfather, and I offer you my bludgeoning hands and dashing feet, and ask only that you help me avenge my people's death. King Mickey, what should I do?
Gonad, look, I'm only the king. I'm
When
not.
I left 10 years ago, you promised me a kingdom.
Oh, but I'll tell you, the first thing you should do is you two lovebirds should spend some time together alone, okay? I'm going to leave you here alone together, and I'm going to go to a remote part of the castle. You won't have to worry. I'm not here anymore.
My work is done here. I'll be on my merry wandering way.
Go hide behind the rubber sheet.
Okay, that's Gonad. That's the plot thickens. Ben, that was a good show. We did that many times, and you can find it on Sunnyside YouTube. That's right. Yeah, just go to Sunnyside YouTube. You can see that whole. All you do is click the first one, and it goes right through. You see it's funny, and it's evergreen. That's what's good about Duck's Breath stuff. It's evergreen, and let's keep going. I think we're running late, of course, but now feature another original premiere of Jim Turner doing Merle Kessler lines that are, in my mind, very, very funny. The kind of lines that make you proud to be in showbiz.
There's a running feature on the internet called Florida Man, about the antics of a lovable criminal in the Everglades who's always getting his head stuck in bicycle spokes and such. Often he's on some form of drug like meth or marijuana, and he drinks. he drinks, I imagine, from one of those big jugs of hooch you see in the old cartoons with the big X's on the side. Every day, it seems, he gets his leg caught in a gator, or a quick-thinking Jiffy Mart clerk dumps a truckload of slushy mix on his big, thick head. Many a chuckle, my friends, many a chuckle. Many an emergency call to Judge Judy to get those fines levied. Now, we can overcrowd the prisons and get a good laugh at the same time. Florida Man is proof. But the fun might be coming to an end. Florida is experiencing an invasion of what they call invasive species. Iguanas and monkeys and those big squeezy snakes. None of them belong there. Some say it's global warming, but would a big squeezy snake leave a swamp in South America to make a new home in a swamp in Florida just because the air conditioner is broke? I don't think so. A swamp is a swamp. A jungle is a jungle. So why did they move? I think we need to look at the pet-having habits of Florida Man. Is he the kind of guy who likes to show up at the barbecue using an anaconda to keep his pants up? Does he take home live pups from the possum bake to feed his pet iguana? Does he literally want to wear a cobra snake for a necktie just because he heard Willie Dixon talk about it on a scratchy old record? Sooner or later, Florida Man will get bored, and his little playland creatures end up in a bag by the side of the road. And that road leads to the swamp, to the jungle. And that's why Florida Man lives in fear. Not of illegal immigrants. They don't even have a border in Florida, just salt water and Disney World. They're afraid of their own pets, discarded and angry, venomous and muscular. You're on the air.
Hey, Sterling, great show. You know what Trump should do?
About snakes?
No, about the Supreme Court.
What?
He should nominate himself. Then when he gets to be a judge, resign as president and pass a law that makes libtards have to leave Washington and go live in a swamp.
The one he's draining.
Yeah.
I was wondering how you were going to tie this back in.
Into what?
Big squeezy snakes.
I don't know. Hey, there's no reason why Trump can't be all those things. President, Supreme Court Justice, nothing in the Constitution says you can't wear all those hats.
No, it's a myth then.
A myth. That's right.
Next, you'll be saying Florida is a myth. There is no Florida Man. It's all a bad dream of quicksand, bottomless pits, sand dabs, and margaritas.
Jeez, man, what's going on with you? Is it happy hour over there?
Let's take another call.
No other calls, Sterling.
Then let's call it a day. You know, put a button on this puppy and go.
It's a talk show. Join the fun. Enter the longitude and latitude of your digital device. Make sure your mic is working. Webcam, if you got it, speakers on. Choose a username and password. Also product code, lowercase HRDUFF, uppercase Q, 317, uppercase M, ampersand, asterisk, comma. Hit send. You're golden. You're good to go.
Well, that is funny stuff. Little dated. Obviously, it was written during Trump's presidential happening in our lives. Anyway, funny stuff. I'm so glad you watched this show. I'm so glad to be doing this. I'm so glad that YouTube exists and gave me the chance to show people all my stuff for free. And now it's time to say goodbye.